Steve. 7 Republican congressional candidates are hoping to earn your vote in the upcoming primary election. Early voting is less than 2 weeks away.
And one of those candidates is Matt Smith, who wants to represent District 19. He's an Abilene native, the owner of Fat Matt Roofing, and also a pastor. He is campaigning to bring what he calls biblical wisdom, accountability, and strong West Texas values to America's problems. Smith also calls himself an outsider, saying he believes he can bring a fresh perspective reflective of our area, to a Congress filled with career politicians.
We keep sending people to D.C. or to Austin that are kind of raised up through the traditional political model. It's time that we send outsiders that realize we can't keep doing the same things. That's insane. Let's send people that are willing to make the hard cuts and the hard decisions and say, no, we can't keep spending our kids' future.
We spoke to another Republican candidate, Ryan Zink, this afternoon. We'll hear from him tonight at 10.
On the other side of the ticket, Kyle Rabel is the only Democrat running for the 19th congressional seat, so he will face a Republican nominee during the general election in November. Early voting begins a week from Tuesday on February 17th, and the primary election day is March 3rd. You can find a list of all the candidates for all the races at kcbd.com.